everybody and welcome to my video, Getting Tidier. I hope you're well. Firstly, a massive shout out to my new subscribers. So there's now 2,116 of you. So I'm very pleased that you're here supporting me on my journey to get tidier. So we've had a new follower from Scotland and a new subscriber from Texas. So welcome and thank you for letting me know where you're from. So today is Wednesday, so I did the school run this morning. My husband had volunteered to help out his employer in a slightly different sort of capacity to what he normally does. So he was speaking to members of the community and sort of supporting with the project that's being delivered. So I dropped him off. You will see that the boxes that I took down from the cupboards, because they're not going there anymore, were put back by my husband, which did make me laugh. For a minute, I thought that he'd put away all the things that I piled up to go into recycling to the bin to the charity shop. But thankfully, he hadn't done that. So I dropped my daughter off at school. I then came back home. I had a meeting at 9 o'clock. Just on the phone, and then at 9:30 I had a face-to-face meeting with one of my learners. So those of you will know that have been following me for a while will know that I've got two different jobs. I do one for 18.5 hours a week, and I do the other for a different number of hours each week really. Sometimes I might just do a few hours, other times I do about 10 hours. And then in my spare time, I run my own business. So I'm sometimes really busy with that, other times really, really quiet. It just varies, to be honest, in terms of how much work I've got on with that. I see that my primary role, however, is as mother and wife. So being a mum for me is like the most important thing, and I do think it's important to try and keep the house as a nice place to be. And this community really has shown me that it's not just about me trying to be tidier. It's also about the fact that we've got too much stuff. We've accumulated too many things, and I just didn't realise that. I had in the past thought, like when my daughter has her birthday and we got like a sofa covered in presents, I have thought to myself, if this goes on and we don't take things out of the house, in 5 years' time, we're not really going to be able to move, and sort of like laughed in my head about it. But it was only really from comments from a number of you that have followed me for a while that I just thought, if I don't keep taking things out of the house on a regular basis, I'm just going to be overrun with things and far too many things. So many of you have given me like different tips which I've followed and different ideas. Also, you see things that I don't see. So like, for instance, you know, the cluttering of the items on top of the cupboard. That has been an issue in this house, just randomly putting things on there. I bought those boxes because I thought that would look neat. Actually, it probably looks a little bit more cluttered. Like things like the windowsill in the dining room people picked up that I just hadn't seen. And then once you clear it, it looks so much better. So it's a lovely day here in England, really, really beautiful weather, and all my washing is dry. So I decided to get all my washing in and put some more washing out. You can see where I cleared in front of the doorway yesterday. There's still some things to be put away. So I've got the steps that need to be put in the shed. At the moment, they're sitting there. I've got the dead plants, which I need to empty the soil into my vegetable plot and take the pot down to my working area. You can see that I'm putting out load new washing, so I had a white load to go out and also some colours that there just wasn't the space for yesterday. The good news is the next 2 days is meant to be really, really sunny as well, which is great, so I should be able to get all my washing nice and dry. I was pleased also that my husband commented about, oh, it's nice having all the back door all clear. It's so much better like this. So that really pleased me and motivated me to think that, you know, that had been noticed and how much nicer and better it was, so you didn't have to climb over things. I also found 2 pairs of shoes, a pair of Crocs and a pair of trainers that were my daughter's that are too small, but they were in quite good condition, so I've put them in the charity bag. I also popped into the playroom. My daughter was talking about having like a space where she can do more craft. And she likes sort of the idea of scrapbooking and kawaii craft and that sort of thing. So I said to her, well, we just need to get rid of more things from your bedroom. So toys that you're just not going to play with anymore. And then we can clear some more space. So I just popped in there to have a little look, and there were the things in the washing basket that I'd sorted out the other day for the charity. So I brought them downstairs and I've put them in the charity bag. And then remember yesterday I was sorting out the toys that had been in the hot tub, and I said to my daughter, well, which of these should we get rid of? And she said she didn't like the pirate ducks, so we got rid of those. And she got rid of a few other ducks that she said she didn't want to play with anymore, as well as the mermaid Barbie. So she's happy to get rid of those. So I've put them in the charity shop bag as well. So I've got another big bag sitting at the doorway, big black bin bag, all ready to go. I'm still trying to get rid of those car seats. Nobody seems to want them. One is literally used for like 5 weeks. It's like brand new condition. But everybody wants new, and I do understand people are worried about car seats being in accidents, but one of them is in perfect condition. And the other one, it cost us about £180, and nobody's interested in that for like £20. Although it does sometimes make me laugh. Sometimes you need to put the price up. You put the price up and then you sell it. So maybe I should do that. But I've lowered the price to just try and get rid of them. I know that if I put them on for free, I'll get rid of them instantly. Maybe I should just stop wasting time, because it is it's clogging up my haul. It's just if I could have sold them for a little bit, I was going to put the money in my daughter's bank account, but we'll see. So you can see I've got towels out, got some big jumpers, some really sort of things that would take ages to dry indoors out on the line, which is really pleasing. So I get the rest of the washing out, and then you'll see me back in the kitchen. So it's after lunchtime. Also there's some of the breakfast things to do. So I've done a slightly different angle so you can see a little bit more to the right hand side. Anyone got any ideas about the little wooden boxes? They are small, so you couldn't really use them for shoes. I'm not really sure what I can use them for. Any ideas welcome, because at the moment they're just sitting on the side. I'm going to put them outside the back door, I think, but I would like to do something with them, because at the time I thought that was a really good idea to put them on top of my cupboards. I thought that was a good way to make it all look tidy. Although, to be honest, sometimes when my husband can't find a space in the cupboard, he just literally just puts it on top. So sometimes I ended up with random things not in those boxes anyway. So when I got back from my meeting, I did some work for both jobs, and then I had my lunch. And then after lunch, I delivered a briefing session to around 20 people. I've got 4 briefing sessions coming up with between 20 to 40 people on them. My project goes live on the 13th, so I haven't got very long now. The 13th to the 7th is that sort of key window. And then I picked my daughter up. She's still really tired and actually not 100%. She got bitten quite badly by some sort of insect while we were away. A few of us got bitten, but she's got loads of bites, like all in her hairline. I decided just for her to come home and not to go to band or guides today, and just relax at home, which I just felt was important. She missed out on a lot of sleep at sort of camp, so I just wanted her to rest for a bit, and sort of get back to, I don't know, it seems like she's got plenty of energy and so on, but I can just tell when she's feeling tired. Then we had dinner, and then this is just me clearing up after dinner. So I've done the washing up there. There's some things on the left that I need to put away. There's a little milk jug that I was going to get rid of, and then I started looking at it, big mistake, and thinking about whether I would use it or not. So I'm not quite ready to get rid of it. So I might get rid of it when I do layer 3 in that cupboard. My cupboard with all the plates and bowls and everything. So I hope you've all had a lovely day, and I hope the sun is shining where you are. what I just wanted to do is take a moment just to go through some of my comments like I sometimes do. So, first comment, Mazzy824 suggested painting the step black because that would match the windowsills, which I thought was a good idea. She said that she washes up numerous times, but still somehow ends up with loads to do before bed. It just feels like it's never ending sometimes, doesn't it? And she said that magpies can apparently become very friendly. I'd love to have a pet magpie, or even a magpie that came just to feed on a daily basis. They're meant to be really intelligent birds. I've heard that before as well. User WK, so it's Nancy from Connecticut, USA. Thank you for commenting, Nancy. She said that she loved By Top from decades ago and said it's perfectly in style again. So cute. Thank you for that. I liked it from when I first got it. There was just something about it, a bit unusual. You certainly can't buy one like it. It must be, well, goodness me. My aunt died, 35, about 25 years ago. And then it was a few decades old when I found it in her drawer. And Brooke said, I love how you're noticing and taking the time to tidy up areas like by your back door or planning to do so like over your cupboards. Thank you for that. Pam said, lovely to see you as always. The area by the back door looks so much better after your clean up. The brush that's now broken with a hot glue. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I could use my glue gun. Would hot glue hold the head on the stale? If it's a much loved brush, it's maybe worth a try. Honestly, seeing those crates come off the top of the kitchen cupboards was amazing. My opinion, but my goodness, when they came off, it immediately opened up your kitchen. Yeah, I think you're right, Pam. It looks so much lighter, so I think you've definitely made the right decision by taking those down. Looks amazing. Such a small change, but makes a huge difference. Thank you ever so much for that comment. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I was wondering how I could fix that brush. I could try my glue gun. Laura said, thanks so much for showing the magpie. I've never seen one before. Now, a few of you said that you'd not seen a magpie before, so I guess it's different parts of the world, do you think? So glad that you can get rid of the mealworms, ick, but you didn't have to waste them and the magpie enjoyed a treat. Yep, absolutely. He was really happy about that. I think it was a male one. At 12 o'clock, there are even bits on the windowsills. You really are the family who uses every flat surface. That made me laugh. This is from Laura again. Seriously though, before you started all of this decluttering, none of you knew where to put everything because many items didn't have a home, or that home was too jam-packed to easily put things away. You're right, and I'm a long way away from being where I want to be. You're making your lovely house into a lovely home as you establish order. Everyone will follow suit. I'm glad you've all been enjoying the organised kitchen drawers with a gentle reminder everything will be returned to their new homes. Oh, thank you for your support. Very much appreciate that. Tracy said, well done, Emma. You're doing so well with subscribers. Well done. I love the top you're wearing, so bright and pretty. You're all so kind to me. Thank you for your lovely comments. This sort of support and the ideas you give me really spurs me on. So what I was trying to do in the kitchen here is to put those plant pots away. Now, I do have a plan for those plant pots, but at the moment, I need to put them away somewhere. So the plant pots, I'm going to put in the macrame hangers that I make. I'm going to put a plant in them and I'm going to sell them. That is my aspiration. So that's why I'm keeping them, but they're only keeping them in the short term. There's 2 black ones that are going to go. There's a white one that's going to go. There's a couple of smaller ones that's going to go. So at the moment they're sitting, that's why they were just by my doorway, you see, outside. I had washed them all, but then I'd sat them outside, so I didn't want them in the house because I'm not planning to keep them. But then they've got dusty and dirty again. So I brought them in, cleaned them, and I'm going to make I've got a couple of hangers already that I've made, so I'm going to make a couple more. And then I'm going to sell them. I'll see what happens. They seem to be quite popular, these plant hangers at the moment. And I've got a few different designs that I do. So I'll see what happens when I put them on Marketplace. So then you'll see me looking in the cupboard because there was another item that I thought I could get rid of. So I was just trying to find that on that top shelf. And I do know that top shelf is cluttered, but it's less cluttered than what it used to be because I've got rid of so many mugs. So I'm pleased about that. Anyway, it's time to finish now. I'm going to log on and I've got to do the registers for one of my workshops to confirm who attended it. So I've got to do that, and I've got to do a few other bits before bedtime. So thank you for your ongoing support, your encouragement, your motivational comments, your supportive comments. I read every one of your comments and I try to reply to them all. Sometimes I miss a few, but I do try to reply to them all. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!